All right, welcome to the spoiler section. I hated how we rushed through the original and we got to this generic Michael Keaton villain who is just terrible, and I don't know what Tim Burton's trying to say with this big conglomerate theme park. Isn't that kind of weird?
It was really weird.
Is that Disney? Was he talking shit about his own employers?
Disneyland down.
He did burn Disneyland down. And it's so stupid. That reminds me. So you got this big epic conflict, right, that he wanted to rush to get to it. And all it is Colin Farrell climbing this thing with
one hand.
arm.
He does the Robin Hood, the
original.
the original Robin Hood from the 50s.
Why does he have one hand? We don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And so he cuts open the circus thing, and that way Ava Green, who is fucking flying on Dumbo, bitch, get your ass off Dumbo! Stop kicking Dumbo! She kicked her twice. I hate her so much.
Tap him.
Why do we have to integrate her into the film like so much into the spotlight with Dumbo? That's perfect. It perfectly encapsulates the film. Anyway, so they fly out of the hole and they go to find Dumbo's mother, and it turns out that all the carnival people hatched this plan to break Dumbo's mother out and Dumbo at the same time, because guess what? The big conglomerate guy, the evil Michael Keaton, said, "Hey, you be my VP, Grand, Master, the Danny DeVito's character, and we'll hire your whole crew." And then 3 days later, he's like, "Yeah, no, fire everybody. Go and you do it yourself. You fire them." And so they're like, "What do you think would happen?" Of course they're gonna fucking leave and take Dumbo with them, and they're gonna fucking get mad at you or something. Anyway, so Dumbo's flying off. Dumbo flies straight for the command tower, and then Dumbo's in there, and then Dumbo starts playing with the switches and stuff, which is
it's adorable.
It is super adorable. But it starts to break. But you see, that was why the film got some points. Because when it was focusing on Dumbo and Dumbo was doing things, okay? So anyway, Dumbo fucks up the park. The power is fluctuating, and things start breaking, and Michael Keaton's like, Don't touch the things, and I need more power. Where's the power? Give me power. And they're like, "Sir, the power's turned off. We got to reset them all at once and then bring the power back up. Otherwise, we're going to have an overload." He's like, "No, power!" And he grabs all the fucking levers, and he's pulling the levers. And there are literal explosions from the panels and from behind him and he still...
He doesn't give a fuck.
Well, we were getting flashbanged as the audience because it was kind of a dim scene, and then there's these really bright explosions. I had to cover my eyes, and I was worried. It's like, I'm not going to be able to see. Like, what the hell is this?
It was really bright. And normally I'm not affected by those kinds of things too, but this was like, what the fuck? Is anybody else noticing this? But yeah, all the more reason to be like, stop destroying your own fucking park. So you destroyed your own park, and everything is in flames. And in the background, and then he's standing there, and in the background, Danny DeVito laughs with the investor. He's like, "Hey, you got bigger problems than that, buddy." He's like, "I'm gonna get you, Danny. You got bigger problems than that." And then he's like, the investor dude's like, I'm gonna go buy you a hot dog or something. He was like not playing a character, that bank investor guy. No. What's his name?
Alan Arkin.
Yeah, Alan Arkin was not playing. He's just playing himself the whole time. He's like, "Yeah, this is boring and I'm bored." And that's how I felt. I felt like Alan Arkin the whole fucking time. Let's give this another try. And they fucked it up again. Because he tries to give it 2 tries. Yeah. Anyways, so, and the park is just in flames. This Tim Burton dreamland that he took so much time and so much effort. It was almost like a character within itself, with his house of horrors and alligators and werewolves and fucking things. And it's all in flames. And I'm glad it's in flames because that's what you did to the Dumbo stuff. Like, you did not focus on it. This is where you needed to have your focus. And you're over here playing in your stupid sandbox. And it's like, what the hell? Nobody told you. And it's because it's Tim Burton. Nobody can tell him, it's his vision. Well, his vision is stupid. It's fucking stupid.
And there's a lot of people that don't like this movie too. I wanted to look at some of the reviews. I didn't want to go too deep into them, but there are a lot of people not liking this movie.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that did like. You know what I saw? I saw one of the stupidest fucking things ever. This one loved it so much. It was like, this is one of those films that's going to stand the test of time, and it'll be around long after we are dead. And I'm like, are you?
No.
And have you seen the original? This thing is a throwaway fucking
Must have been a youngin'
of garbage. No, it was an old person. And they even referenced the 1941.
What?
It's bad. Bad. No. I don't know what the hell. Because this film rushes through every important part. You don't feel any emotion. Yes, there are cute parts. yes, you could be entertained here and there. And for casual audiences, maybe the few that did go in, it's not that bad. Oh, I like that. And it's like,
yeah, if you go for maybe an early showing.
If it's the only movie you see this month, it'll be the best movie you see this month.
No, this is for me. This is how random this fucking movie was. Once Danny DeVito's character gets promoted, they get a new ringleader. They get that boxing guy.
Oh, Bruce.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, my God.
He's
when
like,
he came in,
let's get ready for Dumbo.
Let's get ready for Dumbo.
Seriously?
What the fuck? But not only that, Joe, but the whole...
That's how fucking random it is.
All of the conflicts, Joe, are so forced because it's like they have an opportunity to rehearse but they don't rehearse. Instead, they put Dumbo on a rising platform, which they already know Dumbo gets scared if you put him too high. So, number one, they're putting him too high. Number two, the freaking Evergreen, this bee comes over here and kicks Dumbo, gets on Dumbo, and is like, I command Dumbo, and she slaps her hands together, and fucking dust goes everywhere. So, of course, Dumbo's going to be scared and get the dust in his eyes, and he sneezes, and it causes her to fall, nearly to her death. But it worked for Colin Farrell scared. Oh, he catches her. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dumbo's crawling for his life, and nobody gives a shit because Tim Burton's over here with fucking Colin Farrell. No, it's not really like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Well,
they
didn't
even rehearse that once.
No. Well, they needed a way to push the plot. They're like, we need to fire all these old carnies and figure out a way to keep them in the movie. So you know what we're gonna do? I know we just bought this elephant, but Dumbo's mom just so happens to be Dumbo's mom is also at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And so Dumbo doesn't want to work because he wants to be with his mother. And so Michael Keaton, who is broke, he owns Disneyland, but he has zero money. That's why the banker is still there. Rather than sell the elephant, he's like, we need to have Dumbo's mother killed and then make boots out of her.
Oh, I know. That was the fucked up part. They show this man's boots, which is like elephant skin, and he's like, kill Dumbo's mother. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? That wasn't in the original. It's just like, hey, we got to separate her. She's mad elephant. Eventually, you're going to reunite with your, But no, they're like, fuck, kill it. And then we had to do the side plot. I know they tried to up the stakes, but I don't know. It just made me mad. Why are you trying to share the spotlight with Dumbo? Get Eva Green off. Get off of Dumbo, girl. Seriously.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, ride Dumbo is like, no, one does not ride Dumbo.
Yeah, one does not ride Dumbo.
Unless you're a mouse.
Yes, exactly.
No, but animals
still mad about that.
May be friendly with animals. And that's another thing is they shit all over the circus in this film.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, no, Dumbo cannot end happy in a new circus with Danny DeVito again and then doing this awesome show and then getting treats and loving it. No, he has to be set completely free into Africa on a boat. India.
They just load 2 elephants on a boat that's heading for India. They don't put anyone in there.
The Indian guys are like, what?
They're elephants. We don't have food. Like what? It's a long boat ride, dude. Like
we're just expect us to drop off.
We're in New York. Like you have to go all the way around to get to India. Like
they could die on the fucking boat. Anyway, they don't die on the boat. They get set free in India, and then it's almost like fucking Lion King, where the mother comes and announces Dumbo is here, and then all the other elephants are like, hey, and they already like him, even these ones that have been in captivity. And then Dumbo flies, and then everybody's like, or all the elephants are like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So I guess maybe it is kind of a better ending that he gets to be free and hang out with his friends. No,
it's not a good ending.
They're free.
No, do you remember the other one? His ears were insured for like $1 million.
He's a celebrity.
He gets his mom out.
He flies.
Oh, he buys his mom like a little.
Yeah, he has like a whole train, and then Timothy the mouse signs a Hollywood contract. Everybody, that's a happy
I know.
ending.
Okay, all right,
It's
fine.
like,
The
you're
original
free.
endings was better.
Be careful with tigers, and you might get eaten out here.
Joe, but no, circuses are bad, and they should be all shut down. And then at the end, which, by the way, the tone of the film is all over the fucking place.
Yes.
Where we're doing this first person, and then we're doing an awesome, and then we're doing talking to the camera, breaking the fourth wall. So Danny DeVito's like, and now we are presenting you the new Medici brothers, and we have all the greatest acts. We have the flying elephant, and it turns out they don't have the flying elephant. Some dude in some stupid cosplay that does 2 flips and hits a trampoline, and he's like, ta-da, and the crowd's like, yeah, and I'm like, the fuck is this? And then he's like, we got even more spectacular acts. We have the mermaid who sings underwater Shakespeare, and the mummy that's in the underwater thing too. Except he's not even a mummy.
But they kiss, so it was fine. Move on.
Oh, then moving on, and then there's the strong man.
Love interest? I don't know.
There's the strong man who can do accounting. And then we have a cowboy, the amazing cowboy from the future, because he happens to get a robot arm.
He's a robot hand.
Joe, there's a complete character arc.
No, why?
He had no arm, then he had an arm. Who made his arm?
But
we don't know. It was so futuristic, we have no idea. No. But he's happy.
And in love, because he and Eva Green end up together.
And the love story pays off. And we have one trapeze artist lady. Oh. And I'm like, this is the worst fucking circus ever. Where is Dumbo? Where I want to enjoy the joyous moment of sharing with this amazing. Our circus sucks.
I'm still stuck with the whole arm thing. Like, why?
Why?
Like, he had no.
Hey, you know what, Joe? Joe, hold on.
Maybe here's the thing. Maybe if they would have had him like struggling with something, but he didn't. He just like nothing.
He struggled to get up there to tear.
No, he
to
didn't.
fall off.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
it was like 5 stories. He kind of like climbs.
I got it.
One arm climbs up.
I got it, Joe. Will you at least admit that the best CGI in the film is the fact that his arm is missing and it looks fucking real?
But they do. It's only for like 3
yes,
seconds.
Joe,
of the film.
I got him. I got Joe.
They give him a scarecrow arm immediately. They're like, "Hey, because CG's really expensive, we're gonna give you this weird scarecrow arm. Don't mention it."
Okay, I was like, how about we just give me my arm? We don't have to pay for CG or a scarecrow
But
arm.
see, the CG was really was just I didn't like it too much when the actors were riding the animals.
Yeah.
It looked weird when they were working with the animals. The CG was fine when you were focusing on just Dumbo interacting with his mom, and Dumbo looked great, especially in the bundle of straw and stuff like that. And the film really actually starts pretty good, but I'm a little concerned with the pacing here. What the hell? You're supposed to be expanding on these scenes, not shortening them. And then what I saw, what was that all for? For Tim Burton's stupid bullshit. That's what the film is. Stupid bullshit.
Literally was.
Stupid bullshit, right? Stupid bullshit side plots that go nowhere and doesn't focus on Dumbo. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the new format. Give us some feedback there. We can go back to the old or whatever. Yeah.
We missed one of the lores.
Yeah, what about the lore?
Oh,
nah, this is the space for it. This is the spoiler section.
And apparently Dumbo has to inhale the feather.
Oh, it's so stupid.
He has to inhale.
All you had to do was hold the feather, but no, Tim Burton says, oh, so you're
suck it
in. So he's flying around the whole time choking.
He inhales a woman's hat at one point.
Yeah, I was like, what the? No.
It's just dumb. Now, the flying stuff was good. I like the flying stuff. I like when he got
the
revenge.
Dumbo parts, yes.
The Dumbo parts.
Yeah.
When he got revenge on the little kids by spraying fucking water all over them. I was like, woo. And then we're back to Colin Farrell and Eva Green and a bad Michael impression from Michael Keaton and these wooden boring characters. It's just awful.
Anything else? No.
What were those 3 things that you mentioned before in the
Eva
first
Green.
recording?
They're like, it's so dumb because they're trying. Eva Green is being horrible. The first Eva Green. Is it?
Is
it Thanos or Thanos?
Thanos.
Thanos. So she shows up and she's in this like peacock outfit. It's totally ridiculous. And then 2 seconds later, she's supposed to be rehearsing her trapeze act where she's going to ride Dumbo, and she's still full makeup. And Colin Farrell walks up to her and is like, "You look real different without your makeup on," and she's just covered in makeup still. Doesn't make any sense. And at that moment, she's just like, "Oh, I love your kids, and I'm going to help you." And everything's going to be great.
And do you guys notice, I felt like there was a subplot dropped from the film regarding his war record. I thought it was going to be revealed that he was not actually in the war or he deserted or something.
Like a 310 to Yuma type thing where he...
Right, because every time the war is brought up, and I guess this is Colin Farrell's awkward acting or awkward delivery, or maybe the director and the direction that he's been given, because, you'll notice it... when he gets back from the war, these 2 guys are like, "Hey, is that so and so?" And it's like, "Yeah, that's so and so. Didn't he die in the war?" And he's like trying to cover his face.
He even puts a weird fake mustache on.
And then he puts a mustache on.
It's not me.
And so he's hiding. He's in disguise incognito. And every time somebody brings up the war, he gets uncomfortable. He's like, "Oh, Captain." And he's like, "No, you don't need to call me Captain." And then there was another one where it's like, "Okay, you're the one that works with Dumbo. Okay, I'm going to give you your own show, but first you got to work with Dumbo. But your own show is going to be great. It's going to be you. your war hero on this horse and war hero. And he's like, no, you don't need to do that. And then by the end of the film,
drop.
and the plot is dropped. So I'm wondering if there's a deleted scene where it's revealed like maybe he was a coward in the war and now he's. And maybe that would have been a better arc for the character because now he actually is fighting for something, his family. Do you see
that
what
would
I'm
have made
saying?
that would have made a little bit more
Way
sense.
more sense.
Maybe.
He redeems himself.
It still would have been a 4 for
Or
me.
maybe it was just the PTSD from the war where he just no, shut up, don't talk about the war, But it was delivered in such an awkward way, hiding and disguising himself. Do you see what's the point in disguising yourself and hiding? When people are talking about
I was looking for Easter.
record.
I was bored. I was looking for Easter eggs.
Like I felt that too. He's like he's embarrassed, but then he wants to teach his kids. It's like no, this is amazing. This is what we do. This is in our family.
Right.
So he's all happy about it, but then when he goes out there, he's shy about it. It's like make up your mind.
It didn't make any
I don't
sense.
get you.
Yeah.
Well, Eva Green was also terrified of Dumbo the first time. Like Dumbo runs into her, and they fall into the net, and she looks over him, and she looks terrified that Dumbo is there.
Yeah,
and so I thought it was going to be this thing where they become friends and bond, and then they're going to go. Nope, nowhere. Absolutely. The very next scene, she's like confident. She's like, "No, I read Dumbo." All
I know.
The time.
It's just some of the acting delivery. Like, remember when his arm falls off, and she looks at his arm falling off? I was like, but the way she delivered it was like. This bitch don't even know that he's missing an arm.
That weird ass arm folder. Yes.
I know, but that's the way it looked like she was giving it. Instead of let me help you, it was more like a. I was like, what the fuck? The delivery on some of these things was awkward, and then she's lovingly does the pin, and they're meant to be together.
They've said 7 words to each other, and they're in love.
Stop it.
They spent like 1 day.
Awful.
Yeah.
1 day.
Awful. And that's all the spoilery.
That's the mess.
Plot holes.
Let's get ready for Dumbo.
Fucking
that was
Rumble.
so bad.
I hated it.
I literally rolled
I was
my
like,
eyes
you've
at that
now
point.
ruined the film. The
Yes.
film is now ruined. This film is going to stand the test of time, Joe. It's going to be here long after everybody's dead and everybody's going to remember
Was he
it.
drinking? He might have been drinking.
That motherfucker.
I was drinking, and I still didn't like this movie.
See, the problem is you didn't drink enough. We didn't drink enough.
No, nobody
Yeah.
drank
That's what it
enough for Dumbo.
It was
dumb.
It was a great little setup too. Like I really enjoyed the little. I spread like sometimes the environment in which you watch a movie can greatly impact how you like what you think of it.
This should have enhanced the film.
I
It
was in a
did not.
comfortable chair. I had
Good
amazing. There was cheese and crackers and cured salami and a bottle of red wine and things was great. But
was.
no, this movie was shit.
Y'all were on a little date.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was the date night
It was
special.
a date night special.
It was great.
I had my girl, and y'all was on the date. All right,
Yeah.
guys. The original, honestly, guys, the original was far superior, and
Yeah.
probably every single way. I can't think of a single thing that this one does better.
No.
Maybe it does something better by omission. I mean, a lot of people. There was some controversy in the original
Ravens.
Dumbo with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ravens were like almost racist characters, and they were called. Like, wasn't one of them named Jim Crow?
I think
or
originally
something
that's
like
what the name was in the script, and
I
they
was like,
changed
holy
it or
shit,
something. I was
Disney,
reading. It's
what's going on?
But
So
they
they
help
didn't
him
have the Ravens
fly.
in there, right? So they took that song out. They didn't have that.
No,
song.
that song was in there.
What? I don't. What?
Yeah,
Who sung that song?
Bruce Buffett, it was singing. He's
Oh,
like,
I've seen
he-
a dragonfly. I've seen a house fly, but
so it was.
Oh my
yeah.
God!
It was put in there a little
Gave
bit.
it to the box. See it? That flew right over my
this
head.
is a fucking random.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Why
this
give
is
it to
so
this guy?
Stupid. I hate
There's
it.
a weird cameo.
Yeah, it was very awkward camera. They rushed it, and they almost and they did the whole. I like the fire scene where he's supposed to put out the fire.
Oh yeah.
When the
You mean the scene with
the
Dumbo in it?
monkey? Yeah, the scene with Dumbo
Yeah,
in it.
those scenes with Dumbo were pretty good.
Oh boy, they incorporated the little girl in there falling in the pit in the pool before Dumbo. I'm all waiting for Dumbo to fall in the pool.
Yeah,
Here
they
comes the little
rushed
girl.
it.
I'm like, get out of the
Everything
get
was
out of the
dark.
way. Let Dumbo fall in it, and then Dumbo falls in it later. But
Or have Timothy come out. I'm still mad. Like he was just there for
Timothy,
like,
I do
was
with
just
that
there for,
little
like-
rat.
yeah, he was just
And
there.
then
He had a
that
suit.
rat is dead, Joe.
He had a suit on.
Why is that rat dead?
Because at the end they're like, we do not believe in captivity,
He
and they
takes
let
off
the
his
little
suit.
rats out, and their little suits fall off,
No, I
and they
like
run
his
off,
suit.
and then they got killed by a fucking eagle that fucking catches them.
Don't you say
Did we
off
leave
screen.
before?
Timothy is dead.
No, he's not.
They let him go. He was safe. He was getting cheese every day. They loved those little animals as pets, but now they released him into the wild, and Timothy is dead.
I thought he was going to do at least a trick or something.
And that's how we're going to end this. Thanks a lot, Tim Burton, for
Timothy
ruining
and Mufasa, I'll see you.
Yeah. Has this camera been blurry the whole time?
I can't.
I don't
see
know.
that
My
one.
eyes are just fucked.
This movie was exhausting.
Yeah.
It is early. It is way earlier than normal, and I am
at 6:30. We usually see the ones at 7, 8, 9, and I'm not tired at the end of seeing that, and I didn't want to go to bed after seeing this. I was, oh man, and I can already see some of the covers. It's not that bad. No, this was that bad. Unfortunately, we have to be critics at times, and this was pointless. The original was better at almost every single.
Well, you also look at the situation. It's like, look, who directed it? Who are the stars?
Yeah.
What is the company that made it? Their budget was how big?
Company, budget,
Huge.
director, idea,
huge.
original story. This was a gimme.
Well, they had a really talented cast, really talented, and you did nothing with them.
Yep. That's it. All right. Sad story. Dumbo was dumb.
We are the Dumbos.
We are the Dumbos, right? All right, guys. Don't be a Dumbo. Wait on Dumbo, okay?
No,
you can
don't
see this
watch.
one on Netflix.
You don't even
can
need to
see it
watch
on,
this.
Yeah, but if you're a Disney freak, you're gonna watch it anyway. But if otherwise, don't watch it. Watch the original. Like, buy the original. In fact, I don't even own the original. I'm gonna go out and buy the original because I need that in my collection.
I have it if you want to borrow it.
You have it?
You know, VHS.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like VHS.
Is it one of those like the VHS ones that are like super overinflated and like?
Oh,
puffy?
we have.
He has nieces. Yes.
No, me and my sister have the collection of
the
Disney
collection.
of like VHS.
Oh yeah, the big ass collection.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
well,
mom
I have to come
has,
over, Joe, and watch it for legit. If you still have a VCR,
I do have a
I
VCR.
do
I have a
have a
VCR
VCR.
DVD combo that just I saved just in case.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's how we're gonna end it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for watching, and we shall see you guys on the next Angry Joe.
Check
Show.
out some merch and make sure you subscribe.
Yes, and ding our dong.
Yeah, ding that dong for notifications. We'd really appreciate it. Click that link. See if there's something in there that you'd like to get and support our show. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye, guys.